How you doing?
That's nice.
All right, guys. You're never going to guess where we are today. We're in St. Louis, Missouri with my good buddy Joe Ferrara. Joe, thanks for bringing me out here from the Sons of Columbus.
Thanks for coming, Marty.
All right. And we are here with
Salvatore Anthony Martorelli.
And Jeff,
and where are you guys from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Where are we right now?
We're on the Hill.
And this is the Hill Association. What
This
is
is
this?
the community center, the source for archiving and pictures and to welcome people to the community and the neighborhood.
Okay. And the documentary was called what?
America's Last Little Italy, The Hill. And it was produced, took about 4 years in the making. It interviewed about 50 residences of the Hill. The reason for it was because a lot of the old stories were dying with the old Italianos. And a great Joe Puello is the author of it who put it together, and he wanted to make sure that there was something that people remembered about the Hill, and he interviewed about 75 people and put it together. It took about 2.5 years, 3 years.
So, our Sunday Sauce Pot viewers are all over the globe. So, for somebody that's never heard of the Hill, okay, what do you want to tell them about the Hill?
I would recommend, number one, to look on Prime Video. You can see America's Last Little Italy, the documentary, The Hill. And it is a wonderful documentary.
So, if somebody comes out
If
here,
someone comes out here and we want to talk about the Hill, we talk first about why do we call it the Hill?
what do they want to see when they come here? Like, I'm here till tomorrow. What should I see in the Hill? What should I go and do while I'm here?
We have over 40 restaurants, 4 delis, bakeries,
How many blocks? Sal?
58 and a half square blocks. 1.5 square miles is what the Hill is. It's a neighborhood of Italian heritage, which has been this way since the late 1800s, early 1900s. This has been the Hill.
And why is this still in existence? Who's the father over there?
3 things that have kept the Hill. Number one, the neighborhood. Everybody looks out for each other. Has been that way all these years. Number 2, the businesses. Your business people, they keep it this. And the third thing, the glue that keeps us all together, is the church, St. Ambrose Church. And over the years, we've had some great pastors. And one of the greatest that has kept the Hill here as it is Polizzi, Father Polizzi. He's the one who really, during the hard times, was the mainstay. He's the one that organized when they cut the hill with the highway that came through, tore down all these homes. He got it to where we got a bridge put so connect the northern side of the hill with the southern side again.
So if he didn't step in and do that, do you think it still would be like it is today?
It wouldn't be. Because the way how the church goes, that's how the Hill goes. And the church has been the main asset, the main reason, the glue, like I said before, that has kept this neighborhood together.
Lazy Mary, you better get up, she answered back.
Let's give a little bit of backstory because I'm from Kansas City, and I brought Marty down because we're here for a golf tournament. But we can contrast Kansas City to St. Louis, who are very, very similar. Our Italian community was basically fractured because of the interstate, because we didn't have a united community that came together that saved our neighborhood. And hence, it's pretty much gone now for the most part. Whereas the Hill, they did unite, and then they saved it. And I think it's safe to say you guys probably made it through the hard times.
We did. We made it through the hard times. We got we have so many wonderful things about the Hill. We got a piazza beautiful piazza, all Italian marble fountain piazza. It's like the piazzas over in Italy, except it's a little smaller square. But we have a beautiful piazza.
We're gonna show them that piazza.
Oh,
So
good.
Let's talk about that for a minute. So it's very intricate. Do you have any background on it? Who designed it? Who carved it?
Well, I can tell you what's buried under the fountain.
If you tell me, do you gotta kill me?
No. When they, and different familias, different families have paid for different parts, different things in the piazza. This particular fountain, all marble, came from Italy. When they brought the first big piece over from Italy, it came here. It was cracked. Look, cracked. They don't know, they can't use it. So they ordered another huge piece like this from Italy. Came over. Found out it wasn't cracked. That's the veins in it. So they couldn't sell it, couldn't give it away. So the only place to do with it, they buried that huge piece underneath the fountain.
No kidding.
So that's what's buried there. But everything you see there, the stones, the chess tables, the the seats, the benches. Thank you, grazie. The bench, everything. You'll see names of the familias, the families that have donated the money for it. It's called Piazza Imo. For those of you, Imo is one of the pizzas that are well known throughout the St. Louis area.
Uè cumpa, na pampina ci cacata. Oh kuma, come voglio marita. Trambamana, vai oltre, come voglio marita. La la la, pesce fritto baccalà. Uè cumpa, na pampina ci cacata.
What's one of the biggest transformations? You've been here how long? Since the 60s?
My mom and dad own a grocery store, Mom and Pop's grocery store, right on the corner of the hill.
And what year
so that
was
was
that?
1960. He was there for 25 years, and I was there. And then I just came back about 23 years ago, and have lived here since 1920.
So we're in
And-
2023 right now. So from 1960 to 2023, what's one of the biggest transformations you've seen in the Hill?
The diversity of the neighborhood, that is the biggest. Your restaurants here have been here 25, 30, 40, 50 years, 75 years. Businesses are all, you will not find anything, what do you call those? Like,
Chain.
chain. Thank you, grazie. No chains, only family owned. So that is one thing that has not changed. The other thing is the fact that your neighborhood, it's more diverse now. We're no longer 60 to 80, 75% Italiano. No longer do we have 10% that speak fluent Italian. Now we're down to about 40% Italian heritage. Your Italian parents lived here or whomever, and maybe 1 or 2% that speak Italian. But what keeps people coming, the young have left, but they've come back.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you still have Italian Americans,
Oh, yes.
younger Italian Americans moving
Yes.
into the neighborhood?
Yes. We have the young Italian Americans who, some moved out, come back. You wouldn't believe, when I bought my house, I don't know why I'm talking this way. I'm sorry. When I bought my house 23 years ago, you had to know somebody to
Yeah.
buy. Not because they were trying to segregate and keep people out. It's just that everybody wanted to be on the hill and come back. It was Monsignor Bomarito, who was a Monsignor after Polizzi, that told me, hey, Samut, go down here, Elizabeth. The house is for sale. Turned out, I knew the guy. I knew his parents. I taught school for 42 years. I taught his brother. I knew his father and mother, Dr. Montani. That's how you got a house back then. It was by word of mouth or through the hill.
It's not like that no more?
Not anymore. You'll see signs for sale all over the hill, but everybody wants to move back. So it's like everything else in the United States.
Prices up.
Prices up. big time.
So Jeff, if people want to find out more about this, how is there a website or anything?
There is a website. Believe it's St. Louis 2000 The Hill. It's the community. It'll be this community center, and it certainly will give you references about the history, about who to contact, all the restaurants, the bakeries. But this is the community center, and this is the centerpiece of where you can find information and welcome you. And yeah, this is a great place to be.
Is it on any platforms, Facebook or YouTube?
I believe there's
or
also
anything?
a Facebook page. I believe it's also on Twitter, which I think they
Okay.
renamed it. But yeah, you can find it in multiple areas.
And I know Italian American Bocce Club. They have a pretty.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
pretty
So-
active on Facebook.
Okay, it's bocce. It's not bocce.
It's
Bocce.
It's
It's
bocce.
bocce, not bocce. Bocce means kiss.
I'm in the Midwest over here. They
Yes,
don't
bocce.
say they talk differently.
You say
huh?
bocce, I'd kiss you.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
say
the
bocce,
same.
you say bocce. The other thing we have on the hill that we're very proud of having is Hall of Fame Street, where 5 Hall of Famers grew up on the same street.
Wow.
Yogi Berra, Joe Garagiola, his brother Mickey Garagiola, Purcell, who was a NFL football player, and last but not least, Jack Buck.
Yeah.
They all lived on Elizabeth. We also, yes,
Yeah.
it's called Hall of Fame Street, and you go by there and see, get a map, and you see where they lived. Has plaques out in front. Also up here in the Hill Center, we have a just for the 6 men who played in the preliminary Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame, it was a soccer, World Cup soccer preliminary cup game. And all these men played for the United States, and they were from the Hill, 6 of them. And the St. Louis, they won. USA beat at a 1,000-1 that they were going to lose, that they won this preliminary game. It was so unbelievable they wouldn't even publish it in the magazines or anywhere in Europe because of it.
So you guys are in Missouri. When you come to Missouri, definitely stop by St. Louis, not to see the arch, but to come down to the hill. You will not regret it. As most of you know, I've been in Iowa for almost a year now, and definitely a culture shock. Joe invited me to come down here. I said, yeah, okay. I'm blown away. I mean, I've seen more green, white, and red than I've seen in my life. There's garages painted green, white, and red. The fire hydrants.
Fire hydrant, only Italian dogs can pee on them.
All right, Sal, so do they have any kind of tours here or anything?
I'm glad you mentioned that because myself and my tour partner, Joe De Gregorio, Joe's father did them for 20, 30 years, Roland De Gregorio. Joe took over, and then I now joined Joe about 8, 10 years ago, and we give tours of the hill. Very inexpensive. We do them for 1 to 80. I just did a tour of 40 kids, 11th graders from school where I taught. I've done as few as 1 or 2 people. They can come to the hill. They can get the information on the STL Specialty Tours website, Facebook page, STL Specialty Tours.
What is it,
STL.
STL.com?
No, just stlspecialtytours.com.
Okay.
Or they can get a hold of me at my email address, smartorelli@sbcglobal.net.
So for the non-Italian people, how do you spell?
Martorelli, Martorelli. Salvatore Anthony Martorelli. Email is smartorelli.
How you doing?
How you doing? And then when I was a teacher, my name couldn't fit on this piece of paper.
I'm sure they butchered your name in school.
Oh, they started calling me Marto, Mr. Marto, because
Oh,
it stopped
my
at
God.
Marto. So all these rest of the years, another 20 years I taught there, it was Mr. Marto, we were all boys at one time. Then we got co-ed, and when the girls came, that's the ones who started calling me Mr. Marto. So anyway, I'm a Marto. But anyway, Martorelli, But you can see us on Facebook, SEL Specialty Tours, our website, our email, smartorelli@sbcglobal.net. Grazie, prego.
With that being said, thanks a lot for your time.
Grazie.
Thanks a lot for being
Grazie,
part of the
prego.
show. Joe, thanks for being my
Nice
co-host
meeting you,
tonight.
Joe.
Thanks for coming down.
Take care of yourself.
All right. All right, guys.
Ciao bene.
Ciao.